it seems like I'm wearing the same thing that I was wearing in the last video, it's because I am. Anyways, as you can tell from the title, this video will be about how PCOS stole my femininity. And just a disclaimer, like, PCOS was one of many things that I feel like is a femininity stealer, a feminine energy drainer. I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I do be feeling like they, like a she, they, right? But right now I feel like she, her. I just didn't like that I only felt like a they because I didn't feel like a her. And I know some people probably clicked the fuck off already, but if you didn't, thank you. I would have just preferred if it was a choice to like not feel as attached to my feminine identity because I wanted to. And not to say like I couldn't be a they and be a femme. That's a whole different thing, right? Right. Be a they. It's so funny. The fuck? You know what I'm trying to say. But I was just so inflamed all the time. In my face now, compared to this video right here, the inflammation is such, it's like, boom. This begins in childhood. Yep. As soon as I got my period, everything went downhill. I was hairy as fuck, and I had boobs way earlier than my peers. And I was ostracized, when, especially back then, we was even more ignorant than we are now. And like, my neck was even darker than it is now. Like, let me show you the back of my neck. Do not come for, like, it was even darker. Like, right now, to me, it's not that bad. But, like, when I was a kid, it was so terrible. And, like, I have hyperpigmentation in the, average hyperpigmentation spots. And, like, I grew underarm hair at a very young age, like, maybe around 8. No, not 8. Maybe, like, 10, 11. And I still remember, like, the comments and the remarks that my family made about my body. All forgiven, though. All forgiven. Either way, now I'm using the power of inspired action and just positive thinking to heal my body. Like, among other things, like, if you have gotten my PCOS Bible, you will know all the things that I do and did to heal my body. If you want to read it yourself, it'll be linked in my bio. It's on my coffee shop. But now let's get into my teenage years. So teenage years, emotionally volatile, depressed as fuck, super depressed. I remember when I was a freshman, I didn't even want to leave the house. And I also remember, oh my gosh, freshman year was terrible for me. One time during freshman year, I got mistaken for being a boy. Now, I'm not insulted by it, but me then, damn, my self-esteem and just like how I felt was already in the ground. So just imagine. It was just such a big transition for me. And my mom didn't want to buy me like the flyest clothes. My mom used to, when I told my mom, I was like, you cannot continue to buy me these ugly clothes. You know what she told me? She told me to lose weight. She was like, basically she said, I'm not going to buy you cute clothes if you're fat. Don't be forgetting to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And don't be forgetting to post my face on your Instagram stories talking about some tap for another Tunde video. Tap in. Yeah, tell the girls tap in with me. Stop playing. At 14, that same year, I worked at 14, I worked at 15, I worked at 16, I worked at 17, I worked at 18, I worked at 19, I worked at 20, I worked at 21. I was working through college. Like, oh, I'm also a certified college dropout. So if that affects how you feel about the information I'm giving you, that's okay. But just know, I do plan to go back and finish my degree, and I am sitting at a 3.8 GPA. I'm just saying, like, but just because you have a 3.8 GPA don't mean that these niggas cannot run circles around you if you don't know your worth. Ask me how I know. Ask me how I know. At some point when I was in my teenage years, I ended up taking metformin, and it helped. But I think I only had like a 3-month supply. So after I stopped taking it, my weight went back up. I'm not really sure what exactly caused my weight to go down again. I guess maybe just the combination of everything that I was doing that I said in the PCOS Bible. Right now, like before the metformin, y'all, I was pushing 210s. Like I remember looking at scale being 209. 209 for a little petite thing like me is crazy. Shout out to my legs, shout out to my ankles. Like that's probably why I was, among other things, because you know, I'm pretty sure my like sense of awareness, body awareness is all the way fucked up. But just having all that extra weight on you, your ankles, my ankles, God bless my ankles, because I probably twisted my ankle at least 10 times within the last 10 years. But I'm out the 200s, y'all. So yeah, I don't necessarily have a goal weight anymore. I was like 150, but we're gonna just see. Like, we're just gonna see. All right. So now adulthood with PCOS. My current reality with PCOS. Currently, I have low vitamin D. Technically, I've had low vitamin D my whole life. I remember going to the pediatrician and him being like, your vitamin D is low and you need to get more sunlight and you're in school all day, so, and then you have practice after school, and by the time you get out of school, it's dark outside, so I don't know how you're gonna get more vitamin D, and because you need more vitamin D, we're gonna prescribe you vitamin D, but we're only gonna prescribe you 1 month worth of vitamin D and hope that your vitamin D levels stay up, even though you only got 1 month of medication. And then I, at some point between like 20 and 22, had hypertension, and I was able to get that back down. So if y'all want to hear the story time about how I went to the hospital and my bill was 1K, I'll talk about it if y'all want to hear about it. But on the bright side, currently my periods are super regular. Like if we make it all the way to December, I will be going on 3 years of regular periods. So congratulations to me. My main focus is just incorporating more healthy foods, continuing going on my walks, and I need to buy some vitamin D3 with magnesium, or just get magnesium separate. Do y'all see my eye twitching, or I just see it? Yeah, but that's basically where I'm at currently. What am I doing now to reclaim my femininity? So I already touched on some stuff, like going on walks, mindfully eating. This is a big one. I'm gonna be so honest with y'all. Being broke helped my health. Okay? And I don't feel like saying the B word. They say not to say that you're broke. Say that you're in between blessings. But when you have no job, debt, no bitches, no car, when you do get money, you gotta be smart with that shit. Other things that I'm doing to reclaim my femininity is low-key avoiding the public. And that's only when I don't wax my face. That's not true. Like sometimes I'll go outside, be proud of my hirsutism, but there's some days when like the hair on my face is just so unbearable, because it actually feels uncomfortable to have hair on my face, at least for me. Like, and I use it to stem mostly. Like I'll be playing with it all day, but I really genuinely don't like it on my face. Like some days I can embrace my beauty with it, with the hair still there, but not every day is not, it's not every day that it's easy to do, so I'll be honest. So when it's not easy, you should always wear your mask, but I'll definitely go outside with a mask on, especially when my hirsutism is acting up. Like Don't look at me. Also, yoga. Everybody should be doing yoga. Do yoga. Yoga. Stretch. Please. We get older. My knees not as good as I'm not a spring chicken. I is not a spring chicken no more. I have to stretch. I love stretching. I love stretching. Oh, and some things that I would not do. Me personally, I would not shave my face personally, and I would not use depilatory creams like Nair and the Magic Shave Cream. Me personally, like, don't get me wrong, those are fixes that work, but my hair grows back. The ingrowns is insane with those two. Like, I still get ingrowns with waxing, but not as much. And like, even when I get ingrowns though, it's a process. Once I ignore them, they usually go away, but some of them stay, you know. So I really want to look into products that are good for ingrowns and also hyperpigmentation, especially like just hair. I don't know if you can see. I don't know if y'all can see what's under the hood, as they say. I really don't like pain, and like the ingrowns that grow with shaving and depilatory creams is just not worth it for me. What I know works for sure is strength training. The girlies did not lie about that. Strength training works. Like, when it was my birthday last year, everybody was like, oh my gosh, you look so good, you look so good. It was because I was in that gym strength training and eating a high protein breakfast and just keeping my macros up. That diet is not necessarily cheap. So like, it could be inexpensive, but that's another thing. Like, usually if it's cheap, that sodium is up there. And like I said, I just got out of hypertension. I can't do the sodium, and I don't want to be puffy. Like, right now, like, there's a little bit of inflammation in my face, but it's not as puffy as it could be. I hate feeling puffy. I hate feeling bloated, and I hate feeling inflamed. Either way, I'll keep you guys updated on my journey, of course. And if you guys want like what I eat in a day videos and to talk more about my experience with like certain supplements that I'm taking, I will definitely do that for y'all. As always, if you made it this far in the video, thank you. I appreciate you. And you get a hug. Mwah. All right, bye.
Metro. Yo, Metro. I fell in love with a lesbian. Can't knock on your door, baby, let me in. I should've learned my lesson then.